Hi everybody, my name is Kirsty Wright and I am a doTERRA leader from the UK. I have been in this business now for just over 2 years and I've been using these beautiful oils for about a year longer than that, and I want to share with you the different ways that I use them. So welcome. And today I'm going to talk to you about dilutions and ratios. It's a question I get asked quite a lot. So a lot of people who are new to essential oils, a lot of my customers, it's quite often the first time that they've even used essential oils. It's the same questions crop up with how much should I put in a rollerball, how much should I put in the diffuser, when do I use them? And it's my job as a wellness advocate to support my customer and help them use their oils. So I created this slideshow video for them, and I want to share it with you too, because it's really important to know how much oil to use. So there's nothing would upset me more than somebody buying their beautiful oils and investing that money into their health and their well-being and then getting stuck on simply how many drops do I use. So I'm going to share my screen with you. And then I'll present this to you. So if you ask how many drops should I use in the diffuser, how many drops should I use in the rollerball, how many should I put in my veggie capsules or in my water, how many do I use internally, then this is going to be great for you. So first of all, the diffuser. So if you're diffusing around a newborn baby, you're going to want to use like maybe just 1 drop. But if you are having a diffuser in a baby's room, 6 months plus, then 2 to 3 drops, and you wouldn't have the diffuser right next to where they're sleeping. Just have it in the room. These aromatic particles will disperse, and the baby will still have the lovely effects of that lavender or that frankincense or whatever you're diffusing to help your baby rest at night. So 2 to 3 drops would be plenty for them. And if they're in a tiny room, then you may want to just start with 1 drop. The thing is, you can always add more, but you can't take it away. So there's people who are sensitive, again, just 2 to 3 drops. The normal range, so whatever normal is, 6 to 8 drops is fine. So I have quite a long lounge and I have 2 diffusers, and I will put 6 drops in each, and that fills the room really nicely and it makes a really nice fragrance. None of us are sensitive. My daughter's 4, I have cats, so as long as they can leave the room if they wanted to, then that's fine. So easily 6 to 8 drops in total. So if you are using 3 or 4 oils, don't use 6 drops of each, just divide that by how many oils you're using. Also, some people think, oh, I can't smell it anymore. They've worn off really quickly. They don't wear off quickly, we become nose blind. So just like we can't smell their own house smell, do you know what I mean? Like you walk into someone else's house and have a different smell. Well, when people walk into your house, it has a different smell as well. This isn't necessarily a bad thing. And it's the same with our own personal fragrance. We can't smell our own body, but other people can. And again, usually it's a pleasant thing, especially if you're using doTERRA oils. But they don't wear off, we become nose blind. So I will often just go upstairs and I'm pottering about and then come down and I'm like, oh, I can smell that again. And if you have people over, if the same thing will be, you might think, oh, I can't smell that anymore, but they'll be like, wow, your house smells amazing, because it's really hit them and it's high impact for them. So just be mindful of that, because quite often we think it's not working and it is working. So rollerballs, this is the big one really. So 10 ml rollerballs, these recipes are for, obviously half it for the smaller 5 ml rollerballs. So 10 mils is equal to about 1 tablespoon, and 5 mils is equal to about 1 teaspoon. So if you're not making rollerballs and you're just putting some oils in a dish to use, then that's the equivalent. So under a year, in a 10 ml rollerball, you're going to want to use only 2 to 5 drops. So that's 2 to 5 drops out of 170 drops, mind. So obviously each swipe of the rollerball, tiny, tiny, tiny fraction of oil. They are super potent doTERRA oils and they are very safe to use with your little ones, but obviously it is a very small amount that you're giving them. So as I got more confident with the oils, this was my sort of starting guideline as such, but as I got more confident with the oils, I easily did more with my daughter, and I knew she didn't have any sensitivities, and I knew and was confident in the plant medicine. So that is how I've developed. But these drops are like a baseline and a starting guideline for you. So 1 to 5 years, 6 to 15 drops. So my daughter's 4, so I'm edging more to towards the 12 to 15 drops area. And again, this is in a 10 ml out of 170 drops. So you may think, oh, that's quite a lot, but with every one little swipe that you're using, it's not even a whole drop. So yeah, just be mindful of that. So this is a really good starting guide for people who, you know, want to use oils in sort of like a proactive way. When Serena's actually been ill, I've really upscaled that drop. I've done even up to a 50% dilution for her before in a 10 ml roller, because she has been ill and I've wanted to have more drops of oil on her. So when that has happened, that's what I've done. But your child is your child. You have to do what sits with you. But I was very confident in doing that with mine, and it definitely made a bigger difference. Age 6 to 11, we're talking 10 to 20 drops, 12 years plus 15 to 30, and adults 30 to 40 drops. So in a 10 ml roller, for any average sort of like fragrance or sleep, stress, all the emotions, I'll easily do 40 drops. Again, if I have something going on with my respiratory system, which I'm prone to, I will even up that a bit more, and even again go up to about a 50% dilution for that. Elderly, or if you have sensitive skin, keep that baseline about 10 drops. You can always add more. But doTERRA, well, most essential oils don't have proteins in. doTERRA essential oils are truly pure, so we know that there's nothing else in there. We know there's no contaminants in there. Their test results prove that to us. So I know that there's nothing in there which I can have an allergic reaction to, because you can't react to something which doesn't have proteins in. But you can have sensitivities. So if you're using an oil and you have a red mark, it comes up and it's itchy or rashy, just apply more carrier oil on it without any essential oils. Just get your fractionated coconut oil and apply that over, because that will soothe it. But yeah, some oils are more sensitive, especially your hot oils. We're talking oregano, cloves, cinnamon, cassia, thyme, anything which is more spicy can have that effect. So do just be mindful of that. So 40 drops for the average adult is a 25% dilution in a 10 ml rollerball. So again, you can see that you're getting a pretty good amount with every swipe of that. And you can use essential oils little and often, because they metabolize very quickly in our bodies within a couple of hours. It is more beneficial to actually apply them regularly throughout the day, rather than think, right, I feel like I've got a head tension, so I just do one swipe and then leave it. Oh, it's not gone, or it's, you know, it's eased but it's not stayed away. Use it regularly, and if it's taking the edge off, just be a bit more liberal with it, because you can always dilute over the top of that when you're using oils topically. So I hope that's helpful, because that's probably one of my most asked questions. Do feel free to take a picture of this for your own personal use or screenshot it. Bath time. So mix the oils with fractionated coconut oil before putting in the bath. This way the oils don't sit on the top, they actually disperse into the bath, because we don't want neat oil to sit on the top. It's fine with oils like lavender and frankincense, which are really mild on their skin, but if you're using doTERRA's Deep Blue blend, you want that dispersed into the bath. Epsom salts are an optional extra, but are super relaxing and soothing, as are magnesium flakes as well, really good for your muscles. So babies, 1 drop in the bath. That's all you need, 1 drop mixed with a teaspoon of carrier oil, and that can go in the bath. Lavender's popular, frankincense is popular for those. Young children, 2 drops. So we're talking, yeah, my daughter is classed as a young child, she's 4. Older children, so 10 plus maybe, 3 drops, adults 4 drops. It's about common sense mainly with essential oils. There's no like scientific script of you have to use this exact amount, because if you go under or you go over, it's wrong. It doesn't work like that. Each person is individual, each oil has an individual chemistry, so you just be sensible really. Don't pour a whole bottle of eucalyptus oil in your child's bath. But you can put 1 drop of lavender and it'll be lovely. So yeah, just sensibility really. Internal use. So this is just for doTERRA oils because we are regulated by the FDA to use these oils internally. It's not every oil, but it's a lot of them. The common ones, it's easy to know which of the common ones are because can I eat what oranges? Yes, I can. So I can have a wild orange internally. But doTERRA.com have the full usage guide for every essential oil if you are unsure. So just try 1 or 2 drops at a time. That's the best way if you're going to drink them. So in water, they won't disperse into the water. They will sit on top. It doesn't bother me. I like the taste and I want the detoxing properties of the citrus oils internally. That's the main reason why. And it tastes good because water on its own can get a bit boring. Grapefruit oil, which helps with your glutathione production, really good oil to take internally. Lemon, all very supportive for our organs and cleansing and purifying our body. So citrus oils and water, I do this all day, every day. I literally take citrus oils in my water with every glass of water I have. And just 1 or 2 drops at a time is plenty. Don't have more than 24 drops in 24 hours is doTERRA's maximum usage guidelines there. So for your hot oils, again, we've gone through some of the hot oils already, but if you are really feeling run down, I want oregano internally, but I do not want to taste that. It's going to hurt my mouth. So use a veggie cap. doTERRA have vegetable capsules, which are just empty little caps which you pour the essential oils into, and then you seal it, and you've literally made your own supplement. So you just make them up as you go, otherwise the oils will disintegrate there. But it's a really good way to get oils into the body to slow release where it needs to. So I don't just put 1 drop in there. If I'm taking a veggie cap, I will take several drops because I know it's going to slow release in my gut. I'm not going to have to taste it. So oregano is a really good one. If I'm feeling particularly run down, I will put 4 or 5 drops of oregano oil in a capsule and take that. And there's so many studies about oregano oil for the body, lemon oil internally. Go and have a look because this is a bit of a stigma, internal usage. But as science develops, we have to change our perception on oils and follow the science. So yeah, and that's what I love about doTERRA, and other aromatherapy establishments are now advocating the use of internal usage because it's a real high impact way of healing from the inside out. Oral use as well, so this is like on the gums, under the tongue, roof of the mouth. So 18 drops in 24 hours. I would take frankincense under the tongue during the day. It calms my nervous system. It helps with stress and anxiety. I have a very demanding 4-year-old. I think all 4-year-olds are demanding. I think then mine is just like on the upper scale of demanding. So yeah, I like to take frankincense to help calm me and just feel more centered. It's pretty much my zen in a bottle. So using oils this way, 18 drops in 24 hours, and you can combine that usage. You can still have oils internally and still use oils orally as well. That's the end. It's as simple as that. So we do not have to I have an aromatherapy diploma, but you don't have to have one to use them in your home. You really don't. This is about empowering people with plant medicine. It's not just for the select few who want to go to an aromatherapist or who want to pay for that treatment. This is about empowering yourself with knowledge so that you can use essential oils in your home, around your children, and have those experiences for yourself. So it's not for the select few anymore, and doTERRA are really amazing at bringing that plant medicine to the everyday person's hands, and it's my job as a wellness advocate to help people with that. I used to work in a pharmacy, and now I do this, and I absolutely love it because I've seen both sides of medicine, and yeah, I know which I prefer. And obviously there's room for both, but we have to have the knowledge of both to make that informed decision. Okay, so that's my little rant. Sorry, turns into that. But yeah, goodbye everybody, and if you enjoyed this video, please like it or share it with your friends. If you don't have doTERRA oils yet, then please send me a message and I can give you the information that you need to make the best decision for you. Okay, take care everybody, bye bye.